corn. Who doesn't love corn? The tool, which I'm showing you now, is a kernel peeler. It actually pulls the kernels off for you, but a knife will work. I'm using the small knife in this case. I really recommend buying one of these kernel removers. They're so convenient. And this is a silk remover, which I recently purchased. It works. It's not necessary. I find if you just run the corn under a little bit of water and use your hand, it works quite well, quite adequately. But nobody likes corn silk in their teeth. In this case, you just run it back and forward. I honestly think the hand technique works better. But this is less messy. And watch how this thing works. Just slides them right off. So convenient. Go ahead and put our corn into a pan. It's probably better just to cut the corn right into the pan. That way any juices that escape will be going right into the soup. Now with corn, the main body of it can be used in the stalk and should. It's wonderful, but not the leaves. Don't put the leaves into the stalk. They can go in the compost. I think corn is actually one of the most important parts of a broth. It really rounds the flavor, brings oils and sugars into it that are essential. So again, I find if I repeat a single task when there's a lot to be done, it seems to go faster than repeating a series of steps on each vegetable. It's a little bit less work for your mind, which goes a long way when you're cooking for 12 hours. Fortunately, it being a labor of love, that really doesn't matter. I'm going to go ahead and start doing this into the pan itself. It makes more sense. You can cut pretty deep. Since it's going in the blender. As you can see on some of these, I left the ends on because it gives you a nice hand grip. Then you can really scrape from the top of the plant all the way down. Getting some more silk off with my tool. Now, let's do this with a knife. You just start from the top and you slide the blade down. And you can cut pretty deep in. It's a soup. I'd probably cut a little less deeply if it was just trying to make a separated corn for a salad or something. But again, nothing is lost. It's going into the stock. I just break that end off, break it in half, thirds, away it goes. A little bit of silk won't matter, because we're going to chinois the soup, which means we put it through a strainer. We're almost done. It's amazing how fast time goes by when you're cooking something beautiful. Beautiful, fresh, local, organic corn. Quickly get those guys into the broth. So much flavor. Such a rounded flavor. Some vegetables are more pungent and obnoxious tasting. Corn is not one of those. And our rainbow is complete. I find, generally speaking, if you have every color of the rainbow in your meal, you have every vitamin in your meal. Every vitamin done right. The very fact alone that I can get my daughter to eat this soup is a serious blessing.